Okay, we're going to be adding a nice wall light here, and we're going to use some wire mode. Well, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. There it is. Okay, so this will go from our outlet to our switch. Then we'll go from our switch to our light. And we'll cut that piece about right here. Okay. So now we got to take our flathead screwdriver and we'll scrape all our little burrs out of here. Same on this end. We'll do the same on this here. That's a factory red. We'll take our outlet out of the wall here. It's nice to see that this Romex wire is made here in the country I was born in. That's a nice thing to see. And the package is right here. As you can see, they backstabbed the wires on this outlet, and you can see how there's some copper sticking out behind here. That's not very good. And they just twisted the ground wires and they didn't put a wire nut on them. That's not good. So we'll take that, we'll clip this off. And we'll get our ground tail in here like this. And we'll clip them so they're even here. Okay, we'll fold that. Get our ground wire back into our box here. It's nice how they give you extra screws. They give you 2 extras, and we'll be popping open this knockout to bring our wire through the back. You pop it out like that. Okay, so we'll put our bushing in like this. You'll hear it snap in like this. And we can slide all our wires through here. You never just push your wires through a metal opening because the wires can chafe on it over time and short out. I'm not pulling too terribly hard on these. And we'll put our plate back on here. piece up to go to our light switch. Push it in here like that. And we'll put our wire mold strap on up here. Make sure it's straight. I just praise God that I forgot my bit. So we'll set it in here like this. Set our wire mold here. Get it nice and straight here. Okay, you gotta put your ground screw in here to bond your ground wire to your box. And we'll come around, get around our ground screw, the direction our screw turns here. Okay, it's on there nice and tight. Now we're going to screw our box down tighter. Okay, there it is. Now get our wires all ready here. Okay, we'll get our black wires together here. Here in the country I was born in, we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop on a 110, 120 volt circuit, or on a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So we're hooking up this receptacle here, and I'll show you how it's hooked up. We're going to get all these wires pigtailed together here. Get our fourth one on here. Get all our wires nice and even here. We'll put them so they're all even with the shortest one. Here in the country I was born in, we use wire nuts most generally. We do have Wagos that push in, but I like the wire nuts better, and they're also cheaper. Make sure our wires are all nice and even in here. Our insulation's down in the wire nut the way we want it. So everything's all staying nice and even here, and I'll cut them on the end here so they're all nice and even. Now I hold the tail wire when I'm twisting the wire nuts on so that they're all nice and tight, and they stay even inside the wire nut. Flip it so it's even on the end here. So it'll be in our pot nicely out of the way of everything here. And we'll open our top tab here. I like these deeper boxes because you have more room to not force anything. Okay, we're in our track on both sides now. We'll hook our outlet up. We'll zigzag our ground wire down across the bottom here. Here in the country I was born in, our outlets are polarized. Our white wire goes on the silver colored screw, which is the wide slot. Our black wire goes on the darker screw, the brass screw, which is the narrow slot. And of course your ground wire goes on that green screw. Make sure it's nice and tight. Make sure it's nice and tight. Our copper's under the screw head all the way around and our insulation's not pinched. Okay, we'll flip it around. Keep our ground wire going down at the bottom here. Make sure our copper's under the screw head all the way around and our insulation's not pinched. We'll go down and up and down like an accordion here. We'll keep our, see how I keep our ground wire down at the bottom here. And we'll push this into our box. Now we bought 632 screws because we had to use our outlet screws to screw the box onto the wall. He is in Hawaii. Get nice and straight on our box. This outlet is pretty new, not more than a year old or so. So now we're ready to put our cover back on. And now the joy of looking for the screw. If we don't have it, we don't have it. And we're not going to get upset. We're not going to carry on. We'll just use one of our screws that we bought and not care about where the other one is. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, now we're ready to go up into our light switch. Okay, so we're going to put our box on here. This is the one that goes to the switch. I'm going to set it on there and we'll tap it down. We'll take our other piece. It's going to go up to our light. Okay, so you put your piece. I already reamed all this out. And we'll put our piece on here like this. And you'll tap it in so that the lip goes over top like that. And we'll set it in where our switch is going to be. So I'll make sure it's going nice and straight here. Alright, now we'll slide our layer to go up to our light switch here. To our light. Get around our ground screw here. And we'll push that screw into our paneling. I'll just take a poke it through into the paneling there. Alright. We'll get our white wires together here. Get them nice and even. Cut them so they're even. Okay, so we'll fold our ground wires to stay into our box here like this. And we'll fold our whites to be in the box. I'll make sure our ground screw is nice and tight here. Okay, so we'll open up our little tabbies here. Make sure we're in the track on both sides here. I just love you, Lord, for letting me lose everything and have to keep looking for it. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now it doesn't matter which screw the two black wires go on. is just a single pole switch. One. Make sure you don't get your insulation caught under the screw head, and you make sure your copper is under the screw head all the way around. Make sure it's nice and tight like that there. Now we'll go up and down, and we'll go down and up with this one. And we'll keep our ground wire over on this side so it stays away from our screws. Or if this was a three-way switch, I would zigzag them across the bottom. Okay, that screw's not hitting anything. That screw's not hitting anything. Our ground wire is away from everything. Now we just put our cover on. We're going to put our green screw in to bond our ground wire to the box. Go around your green screw. Make sure it's nice and tight here. We're going to get our light fixture out of the box here. As you can see, this light has built-in LEDs in it. So I'll get our bracket ready to mount here. Okay, so we'll open up our little tabby here on the side of our box for our wire mold to come through. When you can't find something and you don't have time to look for it, just say forget it and just do it another time. You don't get all frustrated, you don't get all upset. If something's not there, it's not there. And getting upset's not going to change it. It would be nice if it was there, though, but if it's not, it's not. Getting frustrated does not change a bit. Doesn't change anything. Nothing at all. And what good is it going to do? Absolutely nothing. So why even bother? It's not going to help you. It's not going to accomplish anything. And I did find them. If I didn't find them, you just come back another day, that's all. Just go buy another one and come back another day. And you don't piss and moan, you don't complain. You just be thankful for what you can do, amen? Be thankful for what you remembered. But I'm glad I found it, so I'm happy. If I didn't find it, I'd be happy. Just getting mad and upset's not going to change anything. Nothing. So our bracket goes on next here. So we'll go on. Where's our 2 holes? BOUs. Those those holes right here. This one. We'll get it centered on our box here. Get it going straight up and down. Tight. Come up, we'll get it around our green screw here. Get our wires ready to hook up. Here in the country I was born in, we use wire nuts. This is the smaller size, and the yellow is the next size bigger, and the red is the bigger one. And then there's a blue one, which is even bigger. Okay. Okay, so we'll strip our wires longer so we get a nice wrap around our solid wires here. Okay, we'll start with our white wire here. We'll get our insulation even at the bottom here. We'll get our strands. We'll wrap them around our solid wire like this. Get the insulation even at the bottom and our copper even at the top. Put our wire nut on. Make sure it's nice and tight. We'll take our black wire, get our insulation even at the bottom here. Get our strands. We'll wrap our strands around our solid wire like that. Now we don't twist these strands together because they'll wrap around the solid wire even and more flat like that. Take our wire nut on. We'll make sure our copper goes in all the way and our insulation just gets under the wire nut a little bit, under the end of it there. Now we'll hook our ground wire up. Get them even at the end here like that. Take our wire nut. Make sure it grabs everything. Okay, now we can put our wires into the box here. Get them into our box like this. Make sure we get everything inside the box. And we'll get our screws in here. Find our hole in the bottom there, which is right here. Get our top screw in up here. And we don't have a stubby screwdriver, so we'll just use our Phillips bit. And now we can stick our globes in. The bright LEDs will shine beautifully through these glass lenses here. So I'll put this one in, and you'll see that one the best on the camera. Put our middle one on. Okay, we're going to go turn it on. And there they are. Peace. Thanks for watching. Okay, he's coming down to see it, so I'll turn it off. The gentleman I put this in for is a very good landlord. He has a very good reputation around town. He takes care of his tenants in his apartments. And it's a joy to help him out doing electrical stuff because I enjoy doing it and enjoy making the videos. And he's coming down to see it. Blenders, stop it. Oh my God, that looks good. All right, and here's the other one. Whoa. Very, very nice. Very nice. All righty. Yeah, that is sharp as heck. Good. Glad you like it. It makes the paneling look great. Nice. Yeah, it's very good. Very good, Dave. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. You're welcome. All right.